What I'm going to do is introduce you to how the program works and, again, how to get the most out of it for both people who are in addiction recovery and those who support them. So if you are a family or a friend, or if you have a program of your own, this program works in conjunction with any other program. What I want to do right now is review the Join Our Community. So when you click on that, you will be asked to supply an email address. We won't use that email address for marketing. This is just, you need an email address to be able to track your content, to be able to track your progress through the program and such. It needs to attach it to something, so it uses an email address. If you even want to make up a new email address, a Gmail address or something like that to use with the program, you can. We may in the future invite people to be part of a newsletter, but it would only be by permission. We'd put out the option for you to join. We'll never send you emails you haven't asked to receive. So what the program contains is, the first thing you have is a daily journal. This daily journal is here to do practices and to check in every day on your progress. Articulating both progress and ideas is really important to brain health. And so we have the journal here. Now, you can use this journal that we have here, or you can use a separate journal and still do the program. I'm going to show you how to use that if you'd rather use a document on your computer or record your answers or use a handwritten journal. However you want to do it. If you don't feel comfortable having your content on a website, I understand. So you can do it that way as well. But the daily journal will give you some questions, some prompts in order as part of the program. And so what you do to enter in your journal is you can come here to daily journal. If you click the practice, the first thing you're going to get is you're going to get if there's anything like instructions on the lesson and how to use anything, you'll find it right under here. You'll see that on some of the other lessons. But the other thing you can do is you can either click from here, or if we're on that previous page and you just expand here, you can click here to make your journal entry. Now the system automatically applies a date, so you don't need to worry about adding a date. That will be automatically applied. And what happens when you open the journal entry, what you're going to get when you click on that is you're going to get information on using your journal, and then you're going to get prompts for each section. There are 3 sections. One is success stories, today's success story, for building dopamine, healthy dopamine pathways in the brain. Instead of repeating our struggles or problems or past history, like you might do in some other programs. They do that for their reasons. But in this program, we're going to focus on the things that we feel successful about, because that's going to drive the kind of brain chemistry that we want to be able to shrink that amygdala and actually change how the brain works. I'll talk about that more later today when I talk about the fundamentals of the program. So you can put something you accomplished or learned. There's a possibility process with the program that you'll be able to enter. So in each possibility process, you'll be able to answer what you discovered in that process. And then today's goal. Today's goal is tomorrow's success story. So if you don't have a goal in mind, there's a little prompt here that you can spark an idea for a goal by asking the question, what one thing can I do today to live in service to my healthiest life? And then the thing you'd like to accomplish today is. And so with that, that's your journal entry. Now, the thing you want to do is finish practice. Whenever you enter anything in here, you need to hit this blue button. If you don't, if you exit out without hitting that blue button, you'll lose what you typed. So you can put information just here and hit the blue button. You can hit the blue button without putting any information in. The fields don't need to be populated in order to work. But if you do want to save your progress, you do need to do the finish practice. Now, you can go back and use that menu where it was underneath, but once you're in the program, you'll also have this nice side menu over here. And I'm going to go through the rest of your stuff here. That is the daily journal in its entirety. Now, in the group support, we have multiple things here. There are live Google Meets within the group. So this is every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. We will get together for a group session. So this is similar to a going to a meeting, was the premise behind it. Following the session, there will be a video that has your practices on it. So we'll do the meeting where we're discussing success stories and things like that. And then there will be a tool provided that helps you improve the brain function to shrink the amygdala and cure the addiction. What we'll do is we'll be in the meeting as long as the meeting takes, and then this video will be available after the meeting. So there will be a link here where you can click to go to your practice videos. There's also a YouTube playlist. And so this will take you to the videos. Again, we'll be adding videos every Wednesday at 7 p.m. beginning on July 1st. So you'll just see a series of videos here. So not only will you have the event, but in your practice video section here, you'll have all the videos. So if you join a year from now, all the videos will be there from the past year. Or if you want to go back to a practice and get a refresher, you can do that. So those are your live events and your practice videos. Now, we're going to develop a find a meeting section, and I'm kind of excited about this. I want to partner with local groups that have meetings, that have links where you can do searches for meetings. So I need to make those connections. So if you're out there and going to meetings and you know a way to have people now, I don't want to just put in every individual meeting for a community, because this is online. So this is available to people all over the world. So what I'd like is, if you know websites or people that have those calendars that they've developed that give them a map to be able to find that, then I'd love that information. Just go ahead and share that with me. You can send it in an email. I'll show you where you contact me, or on social media. But any information you have like that would be really helpful. You can even put it in comments of these videos. And this way we can start building. I'm also going to be adding other resources. So there are other nonprofits that offer free addiction recovery support. I want to partner with them. I want to build a whole community that provides free resources for addiction recovery. I think that it's really critical. So we want to start building a community so that we can be successful, so that we can get to the point where we are no longer an addict. And that's the ultimate goal of our program. And I'm going to talk about why we know we can do that. The last piece is you're going to have, so you have your live Google events where you're going to be able to find a meeting. You have your practice videos I already showed you. And then in addition, you're going to have meditation videos. You can find those videos by going to the meditation video page or going to the YouTube playlist if you want to find all our videos. The other thing we're going to have available in this group are group forums. And so this is the first forum today. So we're going to begin with a forum today. And I'm kind of excited about this. And the way we've set the forum up is in a blog form, so that we can kind of manage some of the input. We don't want hackers jumping on and just promoting products. We want to keep a clean conversation going about recovery. And so all you do is click. You'll have a series of titles here. This one's what's available right now. And it just talks about what we do. And again, why is free online addiction recovery important to you? And then you just go down here and add a comment. So, for example, I'm just going to show you how easy this is to use. So what I'm going to do is I would log in, since I'm logged in here. So I might write, I think free online addiction recovery is cool because when I have a bad moment, I can find a meeting, watch a video, or do a practice, let's see, to support me in successful recovery. And then all you do is post comment. So then you're going to be able to see that my comment now is right here. I put my comment here, and then other people can leave comments as well. You can click here to reply to my comment specifically so that we can just have an ongoing conversation. And I really like this because I think having good dialogue is not just saying I'm counting on the program, but other people that, like, when you look at programs like AA, they are as successful as they are because, I'm just going to go like this, because they have the sponsorship program. So they have people who have been there, who know what it's like in the early days, and can say, I've been there, I know. And I also know how I got here. I know how I got to the point where I'm no longer suffering like I was. Now, with our program, there's this whole different understanding on how to approach, because we're approaching from brain function. So having people that have experience in it is going to be really valuable to help new people understand exactly what we mean by the approach. Because we're not going to approach addiction. We're not even going to approach the stresses of life or the things that happened in our childhood. We're just going to go straight to the brain function that drives the dopaminergic pathways to create better pathways to shrink that amygdala so we're less triggered, which means we no longer need our addictive substance. So again, like I said, I'll get into that more later, but I really like this idea that we can support each other, that it can be a whole community that is involved in making sure that we have a successful recovery. So the last piece I want to cover is this phase 1 lesson plan. Now, what I'm going to do is the lesson isn't in there yet, but I just want to go over how it works so you can navigate it easily. So you have the lesson, and the first thing you'll do is you can click on the lesson by clicking on the actual words here, and that will take you to the lesson page, and then you'll have a video here that contains the lesson. And underneath of that, underneath your video or any text you have, you're going to have your lesson content. So that lesson content can come in one of two ways. One can be a topic. When you do a topic and you click on a topic, it is going to just give you information on that particular lesson. When we get into underneath that, you can either get it here, topic title practice, to do your actual practice. When you're in the topic, if there is a topic there and information, make sure so you have your video here, you have your topic. When you complete reading, or that might be a portion of a book or something like that, go ahead and hit mark complete here, because then that'll measure your progress, and you'll know if you run into that again that you've already seen the topic. So again, you can click here, or you can go back to that lesson page. So you either have the small thing underneath the topic over here, or underneath it here. Then you have your topic practice. So whatever that topic title is, the practice title will match it. And then you'll have a series of questions that are the same format as your journal. And you can just make sure you hit finish practices if you want to save your answers. So with each one, that's what it'll include. So as you're going through the program, it's pretty easy to navigate when you know where to find things. If at any point you're trying to get out of the class format. So wherever you are in this, say I'm in my daily journal, and I want to get back to be able to access this menu right here. All I need to do is, again, anywhere I see the logo, I can just click that, and that will take me back to that home page. So one of the things you can do is you can go into your phone, open the website, yourwayrecovery.org, and click on Add to Home Screen. If you add it to your home screen, then you can just do everything from your phone. Your recovery program is as close as your phone. It'll work just like an app. You can go in, you can enter stuff, you can use it the way you'd use any app on your phone, so that it's just accessible to you. It's there and it's ready to use when you need it. So I think that's it. Remember to go into the forum. I'd love to see people go into the forum and share with me why you think free online addiction recovery is important. Even if you think, oh, well, online's important or free's important, or any feedback you have on it, go ahead and get involved in that forum. I would love to hear from you. If you want to go ahead and sign in, you can start looking around and personalizing your program.